There he is, Rick Neuheisel, former head coach, analyst for CBS Sports. All right, did Fernando Mendoza win the Heisman this weekend?
Listen, in any other year, I would have said yes, because that was quite a stage and quite a dramatic finish, and one that got all kinds of play across the country. But this year has been so different with the names that we're seeing and with the drama unfolding with guys like Diego Pavia, who had an overtime thriller, and Trinidad Chambliss, these names that I think are going to be fun for voters to vote for going forward. And Julian Sayin, playing Robin Hood and splitting apples with the arrow. I mean, the guy's 82% passer. I don't remember anything like that. So I don't think we're done yet.
Jeremiah Love.
There's another one. There's another one. I mean, that play against Navy where he looks like he's down and then kind of spins off the pile and goes 45 yards further for the touchdown. All he does is just keep scoring touchdowns. And the Notre Dame machine, we have all kinds of respect for. So can't count him out either.
All right, let's start to handicap this. Do you have trends now where you go, okay, this is going to, like, you can make declarative statements here? Let's start with the SEC. What do you think happens?
I think the SEC is going to get 5. I think we're to the point where we can say 5 teams are going to come out of the SEC. Which 5 are still going to be up for grabs, but I think, and I think that Texas, with the schedule as it lays out with Georgia this week, and then follow the finale with A&M, I think they might be the one team that can get there with 9-3.
How about the Big Ten?
Big Ten is going to have to push to get to the 4 number. Right now, I think the top 3, the 2 undefeated, Ohio State and Indiana, are in, obviously finishing off what they expected to finish. And then I think that Oregon, by virtue of that win in Kinnick, is in, obviously pending a big game against SC, and they've got Washington at the end. Assuming that they split those, at worst, they're in. The question will be the SC-Michigan thing. If SC or Michigan, obviously SC has the win over Michigan, and they do get Iowa this week, and they get Oregon. Winning both of those games will make SC a potential 10 or 11 seed.
Big 12 looks like they're getting 1. Maybe ACC is going to get 1.
I think Big 12 has a chance for 2 based on Utah starting at 13, because I think Utah is playing good football. The fact that Texas Tech won that game was great for Brett Yormark. Had Texas Tech taken a loss, I think it would have been 1. ACC for sure is 1.
Talking to Rick Neuheisel, CBS Sports college football analyst, former college football head coach. A lot of rumors out there.
Always.
A lot of rumors.
How about Lane Kiffin having Florida come to town legally? You think there's going to be a 24-hour security around his home and everything?
What do you think Lane does?
I think he stays. The SEC, based on the paradigm we've got right now, where you just kind of pay, there's really no advantage any longer to have the blue blood reputation as long as you got the greenbacks in your pocket. And Ole Miss has proven and shown Lane that they'll go out and do what he thinks is necessary. He's got the acumen and the energy to go out and recruit guys like Trinidad Chambliss and go and check on him rather than just reading it off the film. So I think he stays. He's saying how happy he is, and he's got a chance to prove it.
I was talking to somebody who said, get ready for chaos this offseason with the college coaches. Now, I don't know what chaos, how you would define that, but he says that coaches that you don't think would move, or athletic directors who you don't think would move their coach, things are going to happen.
Yeah, I think we're at a point of affordability. I think if Lincoln Riley, for instance, wanted to go back to Texas, if there was a place in Texas that he could go and get a great number, I think he'd leave Los Angeles. And I think the Trojans would be happy to say that's okay, because it's expensive to have a guy that's making 8 figures as your coach. I think that We have Jed Fish at Washington. I think will have his eye open. That doesn't mean that he doesn't like Washington. I think he's just looking around. That loss to Wisconsin hurt that cause. There's some other guys out there that I think are going to at least test the waters.
Like Jeff Brom at Louisville.
Yeah, he and Clark Lee and Eli Drinkwitz all have not inked anything. The Sexton clients are going to use this leverage to kind of peruse and see what makes sense to them. Obviously, Brent Key at Georgia Tech has already said, "Cut me open, you see what I bleed." That's kind of given us a tip that he wants to stay, but maybe a little early in the negotiation to be saying such a thing.
Yeah, but I can't remember when we had all of these openings during a season.
Yeah,
Should
we
get used to this?
Well, I think so, because everybody's trying to get to the head of the class, because we got an early signing date coming up on one of these early Wednesdays in December. We've got a transfer portal, and now we've only got one transfer portal, and that's going to start January 2nd through the 16th. So all these teams that are kind of trying to position themselves for the CFP, those coaches are going to be late to the dance if they get another job, which is going to be really chaos. This is why most of the athletic directors wanted the one transfer portal to be at the end of April, but all the coaches want to know who's going to be on my team so I can build for the entirety of the year. We're bass backward, as they say in this business, and it's been for some time that's been the case.
How would you feel if you were the opposing coach when USC swaps out their punter and with a different jersey number?
Thinking that this might be a topic of conversation with you, I read from the hymnal, otherwise the NCAA rulebook. The following are considered unethical practices: changing numbers during a game to deceive an opponent. Now, to be fair to Lincoln, he did this before the game. But the Big Ten is saying you can't have two guys at the same position wearing the same number. And so now this is going to be like Dan Lanning last year putting the 12th guy on the field against Ohio State. This is going to be a rule change. It may be within the week that we'll get the rule change, but some would call that clever. Some would call that a dirty trick. I pat David Braun on the back for making no such claim.
Good to talk to you, as always.
Always a treat, my friend.
Have a good week.
The games they remember are played in November.
You owe me a song here soon.
Oh, next time I'll have something.
Yeah, how about
dialed up?
before Christmas, the games in November are the ones we remember.
There you go. Something just sultry like that.
Yeah. Thank you, bud.
Okay. You got it, pal.